Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to have the first tasting of my Dorado SMaSH beer, but this is using Otter with US-05 yeast. Dorado hops, I've said it 3 times now and I still can't remember. From what I have, tropical fruit, mango, pineapple, aromas of pear, watermelon, stone fruit, and candy. So this is a small 1.25 gallon batch going into the carboy. We're using 2 pounds, 8 ounces of Otter. Our boil 0.39 ounces at 30 minutes, 0.29 at 5 minutes, 0.32 ounces 3 days into fermentation for the dry hop. This was bottled on 114, 6.93% ABV. I wanted to make another batch with Otter. Actually, when do we start these? May? Somewhere, April, May. We started all these series, and Steve made a couple with 100% Otter, and they were the best ones we had. And then month 2, they were the worst ones we had. So I wanted to go back and make some just to see if it follows suit. I can't remember if there's I remember a hiss. I don't remember if there was any smoke. So let's go ahead and get this into the glass. Otter is a darker malt than like a two-row from Beersmith, at least what I have here, and I think this is correct. It's a 3 SRM, so it is going to give you a little bit more caramel color in your beer. This is using 4 carbonation tablets. If you've been following this series, the very first beer I use 6, so we'll be able to see. I'm going to do a side-by-side of all of them, but we'll kind of be able to see the color difference and maybe if the carbonation keeps up, what the difference between 6 and 4 are. It is dissipating very quickly. For 4 tablets, that's what I'm used to anyway in these small beers that I'm making. What I do have for the head is white. Color. Yeah, more burnt orange in color, a little bit hazier. I do have some stuff floating in there. That's because I use the Mr. Beer fermenters and I bottle directly out of that. I do have some bubbles coming up. See-through wise, I can make out the line for the light box, but I can't see the bell sticker in there. So let's go ahead and smell. A little bit more roasted grain, like a little grainy in there, a touch of sweetness. I almost want to say a touch of fruit citrus, and I got that out of most of the other ones too. So at least that characteristic is sticking around, I believe. Yeah, it does have a touch of the same as the other 2 that I reviewed today. This one did start out at 15 bricks and end up at 7 bricks. So we should get some sweetness, not very much. Let's go ahead and taste. Very, very smooth, undercarbed. You get a little bit more of that toasted bread character. There is a touch of fruit and citrus, and that is it. IBUs, I think it was 62.8 per Beersmith. The perceived bitterness is probably 20 or 30. But it is undercarbed. It's not carved all the way. But this one is a little younger than all the rest, so it's got another 2 weeks, I believe. No. Supposedly this, I brewed this on December 31st, so this would be a month old. But it was bottled. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one I forgot about. And I bottled it late. That's why 114. So it sat in the carboy for, I believe, 3 weeks. instead of the extra week. Yeah, I remember that now. Because I was like, okay, if it's December 31st, then why does this label say 114? So for the bottle, it's 2 weeks behind, so the carbonation level probably should be lower. We're going to see on another one. Yeah, most of the time, even Beersmith on their notes tells you to age it 30 days before drinking. And that just gives yeast that time to eat the sugar if you're using carbonation tablets, or if you're making a simple syrup to go into the bottling bucket, just so it has time to carb up. It's a dull beer without really any carbonation, just that smoothness. That El Dorado's really not sticking out. So far in the other two and this one, El Dorado, the profile that I have, it really hasn't matched. I think this hop is better off being used in the whirlpool in or very late editions. Maybe something with that 30-minute is throwing it off. It's putting flavors in there that you really wouldn't get. I didn't put it. I'm pretty sure it's a dual purpose hop. I could be wrong. But yeah, it just seems like all these tests, it needs to be in the whirlpool or in the dry hop to really shine. Using it in the boil, at least so far, I think it's almost, I wouldn't say ruining the beers, but it's not something I would drink normally. So, hey, we live and learn. That's why we're making small batches. It's not costing us a lot except for our time, really, to make them. It usually takes me about 2 hours to make one of these. So, if you want to check out some more videos, check them out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.